Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of dudewutpodcast. My name's Harry Dowling and I'm joined with my co-host and probably best friend here, Mr. Jack Tomo Tomlinson. How you doing, man?
Hey man, how's it going? I'm doing good.
Yeah, not too bad, thanks bro. So, episode 2, man. It's been a week, how you been?
Yeah, I've been good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Up to much?
No, just been working a lot.
Yeah, same here. We actually had a pretty big party yesterday now that you can actually mingle with like up to 6 people or whatever again now because of the whole lockdown and everything. So had a bit of a big barbecue party last night, and safe to say I had a lot to drink, so I'm sort of feeling it today. I mean, we're back on the beers again tonight. We already had a few in. You might be able to tell if we're like slurring or anything, but yeah man, other than that, working, haven't really been doing much. So yeah, man, it's been an eventful night. We watched a film. Why don't you tell us about it, man?
Oh yeah, today we've reviewed the film McHale's Navy from 1997, and it is actually, to be completely honest, I actually enjoyed it for what
it was. A surprise.
Yeah,
it was definitely a surprise. Basically, I think for this week, it was Tomo's call to look for a film, and I'm pretty sure you were like scrolling through lists of just really bad films online.
Yeah.
And you sent me this one, and I thought straight away I saw Tim Curry, and I thought like, ooh, big fan of Tim Curry. Love Rocky Horror. Love basically everything he's done. I think he's great, right? So I don't know, you do as well. Like
yeah, I like his film It.
Yeah,
that was a very good film. And Tim Curry,
classic,
star in it.
Pennywise. Yeah. So I said, hell yeah, man, it's your week. You choose it, we'll watch whatever. So we got together tonight and we watched it, and yeah, as we said, pleasantly surprised. It's not got a great score on IMDb. People seem to think it's not funny, and I sort of get that, but I would say it's funny, man. It's definitely funny.
Yeah, I'd say it was quite funny. It got a rating of 4.5 out of 10, but
surprising.
Yeah, it was quite surprising, just because there was some certain parts, like certain slapstick jokes.
Yeah. I mean,
like sort of were but weren't, but it was like that subtle humour that was actually quite enjoyable about it.
There was moments where we definitely like sat up and laughed fully out loud. By the way, everyone, I do have to say, again, we if you hear any weird noises or anything like that, we've got Tomo's pet pug in the room with us.
Yeah.
She just really wants to be around us, so yeah, that's what that is basically.
Also, apologies for the last episode, the fact that we took about 20 minutes to announce that, but
yeah,
this time we've gone to a bit more to actually get this good.
Right, let's get into the film, man. So basically the film is about a retired Navy officer who basically is like a jack of all trades, can do anything, and he lives on an island in the middle of the I don't know, like a tropical island somewhere, Caribbean, and basically he some terrorist decides to set up operation on like his island, and the Navy call him in to basically sort the terrorist out. But straight away into the film, you sort of get used to what the humor is. And like what we were saying is, it's almost slapstick, but it's sort of not. It's definitely action as well, this one. But the first thing Tomo said when we were watching it is, there's a scene at the beginning. Well, mate, why don't you say the helicopter thing, mate?
The scene at the beginning was absolutely hilarious. When they came down, when the helicopter flew over the top and then hovered over, and then they dropped the rope, and the people were about to upside down.
Yeah.
They sort of like were swinging, and it was like they were swinging into each other, and it looked really funny.
It definitely was like, I don't know if that was
intentional.
Yeah, intentional.
Yeah,
I sort of don't think it was. I think like that was probably
I reckon.
Caught on camera.
I reckon that they only probably were like, oh yeah, it'll just be one shot.
Yeah,
and they went with it.
It's one of those like background hidden gems.
Yeah.
So another thing is like, obviously at the beginning of the film, they're sort of trying to introduce all the characters. You're obviously introduced to this McHale character, and we have to say this movie is based off a 1960s like TV show. I think. with Ernest Borgnine in it, and he's actually in this, which is kind of cool. So like they're introducing all the characters, and straight away you're introduced to a character called Charles T. Parker, who is like the I don't know, he's sort of like looking out for like the other boats and stuff. But straight away he's straight in there with the left, right, left. Remember that?
Yeah, he reminds me of like a budget Michael Winslow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he's good.
Because of the type of comedy they do, because it is kind of similar to Police Academy.
Yeah,
with the humor.
Yeah, definitely.
It is.
I think Police Academy is like just steps over into like, well, I'd say it is like slapstick. It's on that, whereas this is like a bit more on the line, because there's like right at the beginning of the film, our main character McHale, who by the way, he's like basically a smuggler or something, because he sells everyone everything they need on the base, right? But everything is branded with like McHale's branded stuff.
I don't understand why he can somehow like he's just got everything.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh yeah, if you need it, I've got it. He's like just a supplier of everything.
But it's like his brand. Like he's taken the time to like, I don't know, come up with that company, and like he's gone to like
brand it,
manufacturers and things, and had that product made
and stuff printed for it, and it's.
But it seems like he just had every business, which was weird. Like they just sort of didn't explain that. I don't know if that was something from the TV show or whatever that we're supposed to understand. But anyway, so like the main character and the main villain are somehow like they know each other basically, and the main villain finds out where the hero lives. So and the villain is played by Tim Curry, whose performance is amazing, by the way. Drives to his place, and they like shoot the hell out of it, don't they?
Yeah.
And the whole time it's showing McHale, who, by the way, is probably like, you know, mid to late 40s, not in fantastic shape, but not like seriously overweight.
Yeah.
And he's like dipping and diving and dodging all these bullets, somehow being totally fine.
Yeah, I don't understand that. It's like how he has such quick movements.
Yeah.
And it's just like he just doesn't really seem like he's had much exercise.
To say the least. I mean, but there'd be like a shot of something exploding, him going like, oh, and then like it exploding, and then him being like, oh, I'm fine somehow, like I dived through a window or something. Like, no, you didn't, mate. Like, you'd be dead, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking through our notes, because when we're watching these, we take a load of notes. And some of them are pretty random. It's just things written down. So one of the notes I've got just says it's party time, because, as I said, Tim Curry plays the main villain, who's sort of like a Russian guy who is constantly like belittled. He's called like the second best terrorist in the world, like, not quite the first, and he like hates that. But there's a bit when he comes in and he like raids the village of the native people that live there, and like all of McHale's like friends and everything, and they start to burn it down, and there's just a solid shot of him standing on like a tank or something.
Yeah.
He holds his hand out into the air, and he just goes, "Come on, guys, it's party time!" And it's so weird, isn't it? Because it's like out of nowhere. Nobody like applauds or cheers or anything.
No, he just says it, and then like that's it.
Dead
like,
silence.
Yeah.
Him standing on a tank.
Yeah, and it just seemed a bit. Well, it was quite funny, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
Do you remember the bit when our main squad of guys, because at this point McHale has sort of like redrafted his like best guys onto like his special team. Do you remember the bit when they had to like infiltrate Tim Curry's lair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they had like all the
different face paints. One had like a circle face paint, which looked like an optical illusion.
Yeah, that's what sort of made it like feel like a bit like slapstick, because there were visual jokes.
Yeah,
like that.
And the guy with the mustache, his like curly mustache.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why. I sort of understand why it's got like a bad crit, because like some of the action's a bit hammy, It's a little bit, but like, it's not that. It's not
that
really
bad.
that bad.
No.
I mean, there was a couple of instances of like of janky CGI, but I mean, this is '97, so like there's a bit when our guy it's the same scene I was saying. The bit when our guy's house is getting destroyed, and he's got like a pet pig, which is kind of weird but kind of cool, and he's sort of on his island. He's sort of like Robinson Crusoe. I don't know if I've got that right. He's sort of basically like Inspector Gadgeted loads of stuff together out of like bits and pieces. So it's sort of like high tech. There's like swings and everything.
Yeah.
And he basically like him and this pig dive onto this like wooden I don't know, like
zip line,
yeah.
Seat,
Yeah.
like
And
self-manufactured one. Like
Yeah.
it's like a homemade one.
Yeah, yeah. And they like swing down it. And that's really the only worst bit of CGI, because it's almost like they took the still image and just like shrank it down.
Yeah.
It just didn't look like it was there, did
It was just really out of place.
Definitely.
You could definitely tell it was old CGI, not great.
Another thing that like people would probably say makes the film, makes the film shit. But there was one scene in particular that we thought probably highlighted the film. It was the bar scene. Do you remember when? So they've all gone to like Cuba. I don't know why. The whole thing ends up with one guy dressing as like Fidel Castro and bumping into the real Fidel Castro and like, But
and then out of nowhere, it was the whole. It was next scene, and he was like, "Welcome to Cuba."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, like they just got there. Like they can get anywhere in seconds.
Yeah.
But it was this one scene where they're all in this Cuban bar, and each of the sort of cast members is like doing their own thing. So like one of them's doing like an arm wrestling competition. One of them is like playing poker. I think one of them's just like drinking or whatnot. One of them's playing a game of backgammon against a monkey. And he accuses the monkey of cheating, and the owner doesn't like it, and fucking throws him off a balcony.
Falls through a table, and there was a dude sat at the table that he went through, and he like launched his chair onto the floor.
And then the whole thing started this like massive sort of bar fight scene, but it was like going around each of the cast members. So the one guy who was doing the arm wrestling was so like into it, that he did not want to lose his match. So he was like sort of fighting while he was like wrestling. You remember?
Yeah, when a guy like fell near him and he like punched him in the face, and then he grabbed him and headbutted him.
That's reminded me actually. Bruce Campbell is also in this film. Bruce Campbell, B movie like hero. He was in Evil Dead trilogy, Sam Raimi films. I was talking to Tomo about these earlier. He hasn't seen them. They're really great films. Maybe one day we could watch it and do one like this.
Yeah.
Great films. The first one's like properly scary, and then it just sort of becomes comedy. But that guy is in it. He was the guy who was like unshaven, who got told, "You need to shave up, soldier."
Yeah.
He's in this film, and he had some pretty good lines, although he was fairly background. He definitely wasn't one of the main guys, but it's great to see him in something because he's great. Another bit that we noticed was there's a bit in the film when McHale says that the main bad guy, he basically he got let out of prison for whatever reason, and McHale, who was obviously still in the Navy or whatnot at the time, he obviously hated that. Do you remember, man? Was
it a bit where he got arrested and then he got out of the prison cell? They let him out.
Yeah. So the American government basically let him out of his whatever crimes he was captured for.
Saying he was the only one that could do it.
Yeah. So basically, there's a scene where McHale says, don't worry, we took a detour on the way home, and I gave him something that he would always remember me by, ha ha ha. And it just sort of cuts away from that, and you nothing comes up from it. But there's a scene where Tim Curry, and I've said it before, but Tim Curry's acting in it is just typical Tim Curry. It's so over the top. His eyes are like, he tells a whole like sentence with his eyes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just all the time. It's so good. But Tim Curry's like taking off his shirt or something, and he does not want anyone to like see him. He takes off his shirt, and he's got like
he's got McHale, just McHale writing on the chest, and then a picture of McHale on his back is tattooed.
A full face
tattoo,
like Steve-O style, full face tattoo.
Yeah,
on his back. And it's like photo perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
That's hilarious. Tim Curry.
Yeah.
I know, like I said, we really enjoyed this film. We were totally surprised. Like we've had a few beers, but this was way better than
way better than we expected.
Last week for sure.
Yeah, and as the last week it was a drain.
There were a few bits like that sort of dumbed it down. Like there was almost like a forced romance in it, because it's almost like they felt they knew there had to be a romance in the film, like a romance storyline. So there was a typical like hardened Navy woman who was straight away, she's like a hard ass, and as soon as she meets McHale's like, "How you doing, darling?" Whatever, and she's like, "Shut up, I'm a Navy officer," and you can just tell that like by the end of the film.
Yeah, well, I think throughout it you could tell there was some like tension between those two.
That's what I'm saying. But I think that was sort of tacked. Yeah, it didn't need to be there.
No,
you know what I mean, like,
it was that was like the most typical storyline thing as well.
She's got to be half his age.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how old he was. He was sort of confusing because at the start of the film he's got like a goatee, makes him look like a tough guy. But then he shaves it off and he does look younger.
He looks much younger, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But it's like...
The guy we're talking about, the guy who plays McHale, is a guy called Tom Arnold. And we obviously searched him, looked him up. Fairly big name, it seems. I've never heard of him.
No, never have I.
Like, and I know he's done like a lot of voice work and stuff, and I was looking through his IMDb, and like I've seen some of his films, but like, I don't know. But then we also looked at some of the negative reviews for this film, and it seems like a lot of people do not like him.
Yeah. People
were saying like, "Oh, it's a Tom Arnold film, like it's gonna suck."
Yeah, people are saying when you see Tom Arnold's name, then they say it's probably gonna suck.
Yeah, like it's not worth watching. But as I said, like I've never heard of Tom Arnold. Sorry, Tom Arnold. Like,
yeah,
but it looks like you sort of fizzled out anyway, mate. But
yeah.
So we thought this movie was funny. There was a few times where we properly laughed out loud. One bit, Tomo, he got me, man. So there's a bit when the woman basically she's been taken prisoner or something, and she's being like led to her like quarters, and mate,
she was getting taken to the I think he said the barracks or something.
Yeah.
And as they were on the way back, she was like, "Do you have a steel plate in your head?" And he was like, "No, why?" And then she did like this weird side window wiper kick. It was like swipe. She like her leg went up left and then just swiped straight right, and it was like knocked him out. It was like, what?
It was surprising because I thought she was just gonna like hit him over the back of the head.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna punch him or
something. And then when I saw her leg move, I thought she was gonna just kick him in the back of the legs or something.
Not do like karate move.
Yeah,
like whoosh.
Full on karate, like pow, like Van Damme would have been.
Yeah, definitely.
Pow, guy went down.
Yeah, you got
that guy down, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry about having to take you there. I know you're, the naval commander guy is like a dick, and he's sent her away, and he's been real nice to her, leading her to her cell or whatnot." And she goes, "Bam!"
Yeah.
Straight down.
That was laid out.
But, and then what was funny was that Tomo was like, "Whoa, the window wiper."
Yeah, the window.
Is that a name of a move, or did you just come up?
I just came up with that. It's the way her leg moved. It looked like it was as if like a window wiper. Someone just flicked the switch on.
No way, man.
Turn the window wipers on.
It was good. It was almost like in those slapstick films where like. It'd be like a mid shot of someone, and they say they're grabbing something so you can see both hands.
Yeah.
Or like both legs, and then like a foot will come up.
Yeah,
it's obviously not their foot, you know. It's like someone with like under the
stick,
camera, a
stick leg.
It was almost like that, like bam.
Yeah, it was just how like fluent it was, how close to her it was. It was just a bit.
Yeah. Another thing that we thought was funny throughout the film was that our villain Tim Curry, he's got a lot of issues. He's a proper weirdo, and he's, like I said, he's like tormented by the fact that he's only the second best terrorist in the world.
Yeah,
and he basically has brought along his therapist through the whole thing. So through the whole film, Tim Curry's like doing things, and he's constantly looking over to his therapist, isn't he?
Yeah.
And that was just sort of just a funny. I don't know. It was only a small inclusion, but it made it better.
Yeah.
All the time, and there's like a bit where Tim Curry like pulls a gun on the therapist, and the therapist is like, I know you want to shoot me, but you really shouldn't, you know. And he's and he's like fighting with it.
Yeah.
And then he's constantly injuring that one guy on the base.
Yeah, he got like shot in the ear once, and then as he was about to shoot him, he ducked, and then the other guy got shot in the head, and he fell on his back as he was giving him his food.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though in reality there'd just be like blood just gushing all over him.
All in the guy's food, Tim Curry.
Because the guy just shot him in the head. Tim Curry shot him in the head.
Absolutely soaked.
Yeah.
That would be
Probably some ruined food.
Yeah.
Unless he's having steak, I don't know.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
great.
Well, I don't know.
What about, mate, something you said to me while we were watching it, and it was, do you remember the scene when the helicopter was coming in and the music started playing? You remember what you said? You said...
Oh, it sounded like Jurassic Park, yeah.
Definitely.
And literally, the way the scene came in and the way the helicopter came in with the music, it was just all so Jurassic Park to me. Because that was all that was going in my head. I was expecting to be like, welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell?
It seemed like, I don't know who did the music for this. I don't know who did the music for Jurassic Park, but it seemed like, I mean, maybe that was a joke because it was a helicopter scene. I don't know, but like the soundtrack sounded very Jurassic Parky.
Yeah, because it was like they were going to an island.
Yeah, maybe that was one of the jokes, and we took it like literally. So another point that we thought was pretty notable and funny was when so it's right at the end. Basically, McHale has rebuilt his like cool old Navy boat thing. That's it's not very big. It's big enough for like 15 people. He's like rebuilt it with the help of his friends and like the neighborhood kind of thing, all the islanders. And Tim Curry, who by the way the whole way through has had this like super yacht thing with like machine guns and rockets and stuff like that. Proper janky CGI on the machine guns.
Yeah, that was bad. I just don't understand how every time they were getting shot, no matter where they got hit, it was always bouncing off. Like he made a perfect like bulletproof. Bulletproof boat. So
this super, I don't know what to call it. It was massive speedboat with jets in the back, like two massive jets.
Yeah.
So he's had that the whole film, and he's learned that like the main captain of the Navy or whatnot, who is played by Ernest Borgnine, that I said, who played McHale in the original
1967.
Yeah, in the original 67 one. So it was cool to see him sort of back. If you don't know who he was, he's a legend. He's done a lot of great stuff. But the way that most people will probably know him, I'm fairly certain he was the voice of Mermaid Man off of SpongeBob. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I can hear whenever when we watched it, I hear the resemblance of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I think I remember reading it like ages ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know. But anyway, in this he's pretty old, but he's like sprightly in that, and and he was a good character called Cobra, which was kind of close to the Cobra Commander thing, which was, But anyway, Tim Curry has learned that he's coming in on a helicopter to sort of congratulate McHale on finishing the mission or whatnot. So it ends up being like a face-off between McHale and the main villain. I totally can't remember his name. It's like a Russian name or something. And they're like shooting at each other. There's CGI shots and things, but but actually like looked like a fairly high budget sequence because there was like mad explosions and like boats, and helicopters, and things.
Yeah, because I even looked at the box office for this.
Yeah.
And the budget, and it was 45 million.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that's not like.
And if I read it correctly, they grossed about 100 million.
How much was it made for?
45.
Nah, mate. Nah.
This
thing flopped hard. Yeah. This thing flopped.
To be honest, I don't see why it's not that bad.
This thing flopped massively at the box office. Sorry, Tomo's just got up for a sec to let one of the cats in. We're filming this. We're recording this one in a different place this week. But anyway, what I'm saying is this. It all ends up with our main sort of military captain's helicopter's been shot down. It's coming down, and Tim Curry's like coming in for the kill. Him and McHale are like sparring bullets, which by the way is weird because, like you were saying, he's firing all over the place, but can't seem to hit anyone.
It's literally like they're either firing blanks,
yeah, or
they're just terrible aim. Because in reality, they would have just ended that easily, like near the beginning.
It's like that, like the stormtrooper shot thing from Star Wars. Like they can never hit anything.
No,
it's like that. Not a single person, except for at the beginning when McHale got a few scratches. Not a single person got injured in that film.
Yeah, even the bit when he shot at the boat and the boat exploded and he was alive.
He's firing Gatling guns at a boat with a load of people stood on it, all shooting machine guns and whatnot. Like, not a single person.
Yeah, didn't even hit a single person.
I think maybe they just... Part of me thinks they probably just couldn't be bothered to... put the the squibs and the effects and the blood effects
put the effort in more effort into it.
May as well just leave them. But anyway, so Tim Curry's the bad guy has his boat lined up perfectly to take out the helicopter, and he's when does he get? Oh yeah, no. So he's lined up to take out the helicopter, and then he shoots his like RPG. No, he shoots it. That's it. Sorry, I'm not remembering it. He shoots his missile. It's like the last missile he's got, and it's coming towards our boat with McHale on it, and they're all sort of, oh my god, like everybody get down. And then Carpenter, who is the like love interest who used to be in the Navy,
female officer,
she like gets up out of nowhere, like stands on the roof of this
the boat with the RPG, and then takes the shot. And then she manages to shoot the rocket, collide the two rockets together in the air, help protecting them from it. Definitely
some like action cheese, but we were like, cheering, clapping.
We were like, hell yes.
Yeah, it was good. It was enjoyable.
Yeah,
I thought a load of fun, heavy action sequences, but then almost slapstick comedy.
Yeah, you'd think it was directed by Michael Bay with the amount of explosions.
There was a lot of explosions,
but there was also a lot of janky wall. When the walls fell, it looked really jank.
Yeah, you could see that the like what they were exploding were like empty shacks and things. That they built, like,
there was a lot of like when the boat blows up.
Yeah.
It just looks so thin.
That bit when like at the beginning, they're shooting at the wall and the wall like fully blows up, but then it cuts back to the wall and it's it's like a small hole. It looks nothing like it did in the last scene.
Yeah, literally.
Like that. But yeah, man. So like, that was McHale's Navy.
Yeah.
1997. Give us a quick rundown. What did you reckon overall?
I'll give it my rating, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Well, let's do a rating then. Go on, then.
Yeah. Okay. So my rating for this week, I'll give this an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Genuinely, I will be honest. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There was a few parts, which is why I've took 2 stars off.
Yeah.
There was a few parts where it was just boring. It wasn't. It was just like meh.
Yeah.
It was not interesting, but other than that, I'd say it was a solid film for 1997.
Yeah.
Because it was an old film. It's not like old, but it
Well, it kind of is now, man.
It is now.
We're getting old, man.
Yes, that's what I mean. So for back then, it was actually quite good.
Yeah.
But it just, it surprised me. I genuinely thought it was going to be bad, but then I saw that it was a comedy, so there was some potential.
Yeah.
And then when it happened, when we watched it, it was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Nice. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Fair play. Wow.
What about you?
See, I liked it. I don't know if I could give it an 8, but I feel like anything like 6 or lower doesn't really do it justice because I feel like it's better than that. So I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah.
Like fun, light-hearted, some great acting performances, some really cheesy acting performances. If you like Tim Curry, you're going to love it. He's just great in it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm sort of biased there because like I said, but like, he's great in it. I don't know what, like we said, I don't know what this Tom Arnold guy is usually like, but I thought he was pretty good in it.
Yeah.
The character was a bit weird.
He was.
How he was like a jack of all trades, but never explained anything.
And they never explained how he got all his money and how he's
he looks like he's just a dude that should be like barbecuing. Or something.
Yeah.
You know, like but he's like a super Navy captain guy.
Yeah.
So I think I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Like I liked it.
That's a fair rating, yeah.
I don't think that's harsh. I mean, I know we're supposed to be doing shit films, but hey, you know, loads of people said it was shit.
Yeah, it had a 0% rating.
Yeah.
Like it was a quite badly rated film.
I mean, there's a lot of like good reviews for it, but when I say good, like I'm talking, you know, like I said, 7s, 8s, but like there's a lot of bad reviews for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad reviews, so you know. Anyway, mate, I think we're pretty much done for another episode of Dude What.
Yeah, man.
Guys, it's been really great that you've listened in with us for this second episode. We're Dude What. We're going to be releasing episodes hopefully every Tuesday is the plan. Yep. You can send us an email to dudewutpodcast. That's WUT podcast@gmail.com. With your suggestions. We have had a couple already, I'll just say, you know, so we're like looking into those. Also, I gotta say, shout out to Jack Shelton for lending us some better equipment this week, because mate, it's so much better this week.
Yeah.
It's way more comfortable, and you know, I'm ready for it.
It feels a little bit more professional now, having some form of a better mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a benefit. It's a good benefit.
Yeah. Well, I've been Harry Dowling.
And I've been Tomo.
And we'll catch you next week, guys. Take it easy.
Take care. Bye bye, guys.
Dude, what?
What?